bear with me. Okay. Wang. Oh, okay. Swap over. Okay. So I'm trying to make sense of things. The new update stuff is out, and I wanted to poke around at having more of the like general. No, monkey, no, Neil Breen, too early. uh, crap. And unfortunately, my brain is very not great. Now Neil Breen has destroyed it further. So I was trying to get around to how to add some of the. So the game, like whenever you generate worlds, will typically generate some, like wild, random animal people civilizations or whatnot, or groups. And I was like, I want to be able to put more of those in on top of the like other like civ packs that I use. But the problem seems to be that like most of the packs that, or most of the mods rather, that make it possible for you to play or have more animal people civs tend to hijack the way the world gen works. I'll just create a new world real quick and explain it all. Just for the usual stuff, we want a high number of civilizations, that way we get a broad range of different things that could exist in the world. Beasts and such, fine. Natural savagery is fine. The real world extinct creatures is the thing that like they added this last week. And you can just like, oh, yeah, they don't exist here either. Sorry. Isolated means, yeah, they only live on like islands, like small, like they can be very, like you would have to specifically go and build there, and or the likelihood that you see them is very, very slim because they're so isolated from the rest of the world. Versus like Untamed Wilds, just means that they're, you know, in like natural savagery area, any place that's like naturally just unclaimed wilderness out there could just have dinos. And this is just any wilderness that could just be anywhere. But I kind of wanted to go with one of these two just so we see them. And here domesticated, like, hey, people have been around them long enough that now, like, giant dodos are domesticated and they can, I don't know, become pets. Which is always more funny because it's great to have just random dwarves show up and like, hey, here's my family and this is my pet, you know, giant giraffe. Or now it could just be a, you know, Tyrannosaurus. You know, it's just, we got this thing here. We brought it with us. Let's say hello to Mouthy and, like, you know, have this 200-ton behemoth roll up in it. Anyway, the problem being, though, that World Gen works by kind of just random, like, especially as far as civs go, and in the default, like, vanilla-wise, you really only have so many, like, quote-unquote, intelligent creatures that create civs, and thus it's very easy to have all of them generate in the world. When you start adding mods that, like, add more civs, then you run into the problem where there's just a chance that it doesn't roll that number on the dice table. And like, oh, sorry, we didn't get dwarves this time because instead of it just being 1d6 and rolling a 1, it's now, you know, 1d 150, and you have to roll a 7. And sorry, you didn't get 7. So I tried generating some worlds with the, like, animal people mod, the animal civ mod on there, and every world was just all kinds of random, like, the ant people, antmen. Here's the, you know, wolfmen. Here's the, like, great horned owlmen. But there's a fix to it. Like, you have to go and add some text and, like, make sure to seed the data with, like, hey, by the way, you should have at least some of these. Or, you know, it's basically like, here's a 1d50 table, but, like, 15 of those options is dwarves. or a 1d200, and like 50 of those options are dwarves, you're least likely to hit them. But I'll have to also do that. I'll have to go in and fix that for other civs as well, because like I used to use like the orcs and the nagas and the kobolds and the Krondolkin and yada yada, like all the different groups that are out there, all those mods. Like using this particular mod to World Gen would require me adding those raws in to say, okay, by the way, make sure some of these guys are in there. But I'll have to see if it'll let me. It should, if I've put them on domesticated, it should let me like start a fortress and then, you know, be able to bring some of those as, you know, farm stock essentially, or pets or whatever. Oh man, it's just recently gotten like actually hot here, and it's that kind of like very humid. I don't want to say very humid. It's more humid than I was used to down in Arizona, obviously. What is the? I'm curious if it's in like the 50s or not. 50%, 40%. Oh, 65%. Yeah, that's why it feels like 100. Yeah. Okay, makes sense. It is technically 90, 92 outside, but the humidity is 65%, so that is in it is okay, there it is. I was say it is kind of wild that they don't have a heat warning here, but they do. It is that it is a swamp world. I should have adjusted. Should have nudged up the climate change knob a little bit. And been like, yeah, hey, by the way, Dwarf World also becoming an overhot swamp. Dwarves hate it. They just go back underground. Eh. Okay, so now when I go in this fortress, I should. Uh-oh. Okay, what's it say? Did it crash all of a sudden? Let me see. Running slow for some reason? It's definitely running a little slower. Although when I was generating worlds last time, I wasn't streaming, so some of the processing cycles are going to that. Let's get tutorial. We don't need that. Okay, so what is our? Oh, what the heck? Okay, well, see, this is the problem in the other direction. I've now generated a world that only has dwarves, and that's not entertaining. You know what? Actually, let's not generate another one. I will just use the one that I generated just beforehand. Because I was trying to test to figure out whether or not I could get the animal people work. And if the animal people thing worked with the other civs, which it only, like I said, it would require me to go and add text for all the extra civs sort of thing, which is a project for another time. I kind of just want to see the new stuff, see what's going on, de-rest a little since we haven't really played a lot recently. Mm. And for whatever reason, as soon as I start streaming and slash talking a bunch, the yawns are attacking me. All right, so in this world, I know there are dwarves. There's different dwarves. There's also a horse crabman, king cobraman, octopusman, bark scorpionman, Agirocassusman. I'm kind of curious as to what Agirocassus is. Let me peek real quick. Oh, ow. Extinct genus of giant radiodont arthropods. It lived 480 million years ago. Okay. 7 foot long. Okay. Filter feeding ocean life. Okay. I see. I don't know. I mean, I still kind of want to start a dwarf just because. Black Mamba Man, though. It could be Black Mamba Man. Or King Cobra Man. Chipmunk Man. Oh. Oh, hold on. Yes. You know what? I'm sorry. I've seen the Jumping Spider-Man. I think we're gonna be. This is just kind of playing around anyway, so. It's not where we're gonna be. Aye, man, forest. Jumping Spider-Man. Damn, Jumping Spider-Man, like, are all over the place down here. There's Bark Scorpion as well. Mysterious Dungeon. There's a volcano there. I want to be, like, up here somewhere. There's a lot of. It is very hot down that way, though. Freezing, temperate, cold up here. I guess there's no, like, southern pole in this world. Okay, let's. Not a musk oxman here, though. I kind of wanted to be. Brown reclusemen and jackalmen are hostile to us, but the muskox and eye men are not. brown recluse Spider-Man? No. Awful. Uh, let's look at the neighbors over there. Dwarves, and the chipmunk men would be hostile to the man. The jumping Spider-Men get the raw end of the deal. They are opposed by chipmunk men and black mamba men. And rhinoceros men? Damn. And a kid. Oh man, Spider-Man are just uh not not well liked, I guess. Though they're not evil, because obviously, well, I mean, goblins, I guess, might hate anybody. It could just be evil, also hates evil. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Alligator men, Moa men, water crocodile men are okay with this, though. Okay. I want to go. Oh, what over here somewhere? Woodland. Be like right here on this ocean point. There's a riverway here, or a stream. Red Squirrel Man Hamlet. They will be hostile to us, though, sadly. Can we get a little bigger? Like this. Control the, like, the, or like the inlet of the stream, per se. The, yeah, why not? We'll be right here. Yeah, it's just like the area with salt water. Hold on. The stream is. This is all saltwater marsh. There's the freshwater marsh up here. Maybe that's probably a better choice. As much as I would like to be near the ocean. I guess they don't really need to be. It's not that important. Warm. You know what's going? Savage area. Wildlife might be very dangerous. Yeah, that's right. Let's prepare for the journey. We've got some peasants. I don't know that we have a. Alright, let's just do this. 1, 2, 3. Usually don't train miners too high just because they will get so many skills doing mining. It's such an easy to skill up job compared to some other jobs. Put them as like decent mason and stone carver, stone crafter. Let's see, and then you can be stone cutter, stone carver. Yeah, you probably should be. We'll have you do like the stone smoothing as well. Have a woodcutter. Woodcutter is almost always your carpenter starting out, unless you could just have a lot more people. I don't know that I would add you some. Probably have you do the bow making and wood burning just in case we will need somebody to make ash at some point. Always kind of want somebody to be your weaponsmith, armorsmith. let's see. We definitely need a like planter of some sort that can do maybe adequate butcher and brewer. Kind of the farmer in general, yeah. You can carve some bones, why not? Okay, so we got metal. Mason. Could have a decent, like, gem cutter, setter, and have them also be a metal crafter. I kind of want them to be like the best gem cutter they can, because even that way you can just, even if you don't have anybody set up early on, as you're digging up gems, you could at least have your like gem cutter cut gems into nice things to trade away early on and not be too crucial skills. I kind of want a doctor of some sort in general. Wound dresser, diagnostician, surgeon, suturer, bone doctor. I'll just have you be like the general medicinal person in our crew of people. We've got axes and picks, some food. What can we take for animals, please? Spinosaurus. Spinosaurus we got 384 points, which is not enough to bring her along too much. Apparently our Civ has tamed Spinosauruses. It looks like it's the only ones. Yeah, okay. Alright, let's bring along. Let's bring along a Spinosaurus. And a couple goats. And a couple turkeys. Turkeys are usually like your go-to poultry, egg-laying, meat animals. We can milk the goats. Oh wait a minute, what is a Tiktaalik? Whoa. Jesus. They're only worth 26 points. Bony fish. Triangular flattened head. Oh yeah, I remember seeing the like Tiktaalik people. Tiktaalik men. Okay. Okay. That's fine. Yes. I do kind of want to bring more pump helmets. Probably should bring. I'm not really doing like like the chief strats of bringing along a bunch of, where are they at? Like, do we not have any alcohol in this fort? Oh, okay. Like, you can get a bunch of different beverages, and that way, because you order X amount of a certain beverage, or the different types of beverages, you'll get barrels for each of them, so that way, when they empty out those, you'll have free barrels, basically. It's the way you can look at it. And you can do that for a bunch of different things. Also, I don't remember off the top of my head immediately, but like there's a certain amount of drink per barrel, and so like even if you just order like one more drink of a certain barrel that sets it over that limit, you would get extra barrels. So is it like 30, 20? Yeah, anyway, you'd always like pick one over that just so you get the free barrel. You know what? Why not? Maybe it is 30. I don't know. Let's name the fortress real quick. Random. Butcher seeds. Crab stick. Baker's beer. Rain hope. River sank. Yeah. Heavy buds. Problem cactus. Okay. Gilly tamed. Is that just Shin 1? I'm like looking at that going like, is that two different, what two words is that? Is that just supposed to be Shin 1? Like what? Hairy bows. Bird spoon. Yeah. Twinkling dusks. Yeah, why not? We'll just go. You can like set the group name. Oh, Peaceful Bites. Oh, I should have just left it as Peaceful Bites. That's the best name for the jumping spider group. Defensive eel. The Seas of Hugging. The Wild Land. There's a lot of glands. Well, I mean, if you're a spider, people, I would guess that glands are a big thing. The Clear Mountain. Yeah, that's... I just let's sit there for like too super long. Yeah, 1 point remains. It's fine. Let us generate the world. A jumping Spider-Man outpost. Let us strike the earth, please. Okay, there's our Spinosaurus. Oh, let me zoom out a little bit. There we go. So we've got like a hillside up here. Oh, that's not too bad. We can do some digging in there. Let's do that. Let's dig right. Oops. Kind of dig slope in there. Let's dig this out. Dang. A lot of sand. I don't know that we'll have the wood supplies to really make an industry out of it, but at least we got a lot of sand. It's going all right so far. We'll see how long it handles it, but it is at least not like over. I'm not like too out of it so far. I don't know. It's a thing. My brain is just a little overheated at the moment, and like. A little overheated, just, you know, bad sleep. That's probably connected. But you know, also just like trying to wrangle this thing that I have not played much of in a while. Also, maybe a difficult task. What do you got cooking, monkey? I should probably have somebody go do the gather some stuff. Gather all this stuff off the ground. So good. Ooh. Oh, this is still soil. Yeah, that's definitely understandable. It is. I mean, it hasn't. It is sunny now. It hasn't been sunny today, like a lot, but it has been enough that it's just been very rough to wrestle with in general. Let me set a drinking area real quick. Water source. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Yeah. Wait a minute. Oh. Remove that zone. I need to put it like here. For now. Right. We'll iron out better water sources later. Okay, so we got this. We're trying to get down to a level where we're like actually coming in contact with the ground. Or sorry, with stone. There we go. Limestone. We did it. We've hit limestone. That way we can dig around a bit more. We'll iron out whether or not we make an underground civilization, or if we like stick to above ground. We are spiders. We are jumping spiders. Why do we only have one person mining, though? Is the next thing I'm curious about. Like, what is the other miner doing? Did they become the... Well, what's your... For some reason, he became the fisherman. I just got bored and picked up a fishing rod. I guess it's because there's nobody else doing a thing. I kind of need you to also mine. Favor miners. I kind of need you to also do that. Fisherman. No, you did. Like, I'll let the farmer, the doctor can do that. Yeah. Also need to chop down a few trees. Chop down a tree or two. Oh, it's an almond tree. That's fine. We'll ginkgo tree, willow trees. The willow trees we can get rid of. don't produce a food thing. I don't want to keep the other stuff around just because I know that they will produce fruit and berries and nuts and whatnot. Somebody's digging up pond turtles. Okay, so we've got some stuff mined out now. Let's dig. Start digging out some other places. That way we can kind of dig stairways down from here. I'm kind of also very mentally like all over the place because the because so today like this week's arcade pit, I we had a little bit of a late delay like trying to get somebody to partner with somebody else, or they were having trouble finding a partner, and we pulled somebody in for them, and we got all that stuff set up. And then like today I woke up and they were like, by the way, like, they're like, I'm not feeling particularly mentally all here. Is there a way I could sub out as well and get like another set of oh, uh, huh? Uh-oh. Somebody the packy got in the fight with the well, our dang. That's a lot of blood, my dude. Oh, that's the what you got in a fight with the Spinosaurus. I don't know what happened to provoke said fight, but it did not go well, I'll say. Let's no, not that. I put a butcher shop up. Will they butcher that for me? Locked at this location. Oh, because it's the tree is there. How about like in this corner? Put me a blue. Make me a blue stone location, please. Started raining. Okay. I kind of want to put the trade depot down this way. Mm-hmm. We do have a bunch of options. Dig only the gems, please. Are they? They are annoyed and caught in the rain, though. I don't think we have a decent enough spot. We're still working on like getting anything built, so Let's get a few staircases in. Oops. Oh. Let's get the... I want to get a little, like, public space open first, just to get them inside, out of the rain. Oh. Also, like, digging up these gems just so the gem maker has something to do. And we have some trade materials just for whenever. Okay. Sure, an animal. The can we claim this? It's probably treated as trash because it's outside. So can I put a zone here for stockpile? I think it should treat everything else. Although it may also just treat this as something that can't be picked up because it's outside trash. We are in a bubbling swamp. So we get a lot of watery sounds, a lot of aquarium sounds. That's fine. We don't necessarily need to butcher that. Not a big loss. Let's workshops, gem cutting, jeweler. Just for now, leave it outside. It didn't. It's fine. I wasn't selecting auto. There's coal here though, so I guess we don't need necessarily, hopefully don't need too much in the way of like cutting trees and making charcoal. We'll need wood ash for other things, but not to just power our furnaces. Oh no. Sorry, my brother is messaging me. Okay. We'll see. Um, see if I have to cut things short, just in case. I don't know. My brother is organizing us to play a game now. Usually, if it happens, it's later in the evening, but I'll see. I'm keeping an eye on it. We need. Yeah, that's it's one of those things. Like you don't. Uh, I am usually the last one to know if anything is like happening. It's usually, and it might just be the group in general, just like, hey, we're gonna do a thing right this minute, and you're just like, oh shit, okay, I guess that's what we're doing. Let's get a meeting hall just so we can get folks up out of the ring. Hopefully, they will come downstairs and stay comfortable. So will all the animals, apparently. Uh, hmm. Okay, well, I guess that's I guess that's what's gonna end up happening. Hold on. Yeah. All right. Well, let me download the demo. Okay. Uh-oh. So I'll have to. I mean, I probably should continue this on a better brain day anyway, but I guess I won't be doing too long of a stream for now. Depending on how things are going later this evening, I might slide back in and do some more. Did I? I guess that's fine. I was like, I think maybe I goofed that up and didn't dig down deep enough before I started, but I guess that's all right for now. I'll get a little bit of a footing going as far as like what the fortress layout should look like and whatnot for our spiders, our spidermen. I need to let me add a few. Let's just cut some gems, please. I want you to like churn out a few good trade goods on the off chance that the traders show up when I don't have anything, which is usually how it goes the first year. You like really hammer home crafts early. There's a lot of coal down here, though. That's a lot of coal. All the animals just hanging out in this one hole in the wall. Some iron, magnetite. Tetrahedrite is nickel. Strucculina, which is lead. If I remember right. Need to dig down. I'll make like, if anything, maybe just like temporary housing down here for our spider folk. It is kind of wild that it'll go from like nice rainy chill zone for a little bit. Mm. All right. All right. So I'll probably have to hop off here for a little bit. My brother wants to play this bomb banana game. Bomb banana game. Bomb banana. It's bomb banana. It's bomb banana game. Uh, and like I mentioned, the monkey. I I love my brother and my buddies and all that. I do not want to wrangle them into like having to police themselves for a voice chat. They're not terrible. Like they're very, at least one of my buddies is very like punk. Uh, uh, it's hard for me to say really. Like I honestly just don't want my brother like calling like himself the R slur for things because it is one of those things that you grew up in the 90s and whatnot, and that word was very commonplace. And I mean I definitely I'm sure I used it as a kid or as a teenager. I just don't use it anymore, and I'm not gonna like try to sit down and go like, all right, well, I'm playing this video game for people on the internet. Please do not use the words. Please do not say that thing, because then it'll be like, I'm gonna do it anyway. Very like that. They don't. They're not gonna say it anyway. But just like that's it. It would be a thing. Um, got all these pond turtles. Oh, you're just letting these pond turtles go to waste because you guys are goobers. Oh, also it's because I don't have a fishing shed. That's why. Farming, fishery. We need a fishery. That's why. This is definitely a new track. Ooh, malachite. That's copper. Hematite is more iron. Okay. No, goats, you need to... oh, right. That's because I don't have a pasture. That, again, early game stuff that I forgot. A lot of pet animals or grazers, like, will not leave an area to go eat. So they will, like, slowly starve to death if you don't have a pasture. Yeah, assign the goats. They require. There you go. Riparian raw fish. Oh man, the supply caravan is already here? Usually that's a fall thing, but maybe that could just be a fall thing for dwarves. Let's see. Trade depot needs to be here. Make it out of limestone. The outpost liaison. Here. Get beds built. Did I make a carpentry station? I didn't. Just made a jewelry post. No. All the early game workshops we've not put into place. But that's also because we didn't have a real base to put anything in yet. Wolves howling in the vast woods around us. Are the swamps? Swamp wolves? Diplomacy! Diplomacy. Okay, we've got some things. Can we get animals? Pets. Can we get pets? Slugs? Pet slugs. We can get another pet. We can get another pet Spinosaurus. We'll bring those along. How about a pet slug? A need for blocks and meat. Okay. Blocks are easy. We can do blocks. We need to get some beds made. Six, 7. Always gotta mix 7. Unless you just didn't start with 7 people, which I guess could be possible. Okay. So I didn't really intend to quit too soon. Or again, I didn't. Of course I meant to also start a lot earlier, but screwed that up as well. But what I will probably do is when the ad break is done, I will raid us on over into Arcade Pit for the evening. Alright. Like I said, I did not intend to quit so early. My brother messaging me about playing some other stuff with friends out of the blue. So I'm gonna kind of put a save on this. Save. Let's name this Spider-Man. I'll play around with this hopefully later tonight. I'll come back at it. It is almost Arcade Pit time, so I can raid into Arcade Pit. Which I was gonna kind of have to keep an eye on anyway. Let me. Gotta just saved and return to tile menu. Let us raid on into Smite. I will catch you all later. Thanks for the popping in briefly. And sorry again for the sudden halt to everything. It's not the intention, but that's just the way it happens. Sometimes you don't know when people are gonna holler and say, "Hey, let's play this other thing. Let's do a thing. Let's socialize." And it's just yeah, I guess that's. It is a little more important, I guess, to play games with friends and family than it is to hang out and stream Golf Horses. As much as I would love to do both, that's kind of a difficult task. But I will hopefully be back later this evening. If not later this evening, probably during the week, because I think it's going to be so miserably hot outside that I'm not going to be doing too much fishing. Probably not. We'll see. But it'll be a lot of indoor time. A lot of time to stream going forward. So, thanks for popping in. Thanks for hanging out. I'll catch y'all later. See y'all.